Okay, so we're at the start of, I think, another vlog, and as you can see, my bookcases are now gone. I traded with my mom. She had these teak cabinets, and I had the bookcases, and I thought the bookcases kind of ate up a little bit too much of the room. And also, I wanted some more wall space because I don't really have a lot of wall space in this room because of the amount of room the bookcases took up, and also the amount of art that I currently have on my walls already. So, in order to facilitate, I want more flat surfaces and I want more wall space, we traded furniture. So she now has the bookcases and I now have the teak cabinets. So what's great about these is it does give me plenty of room on the inside to store my fabric, which is better for it anyway. I shouldn't be storing it in the open sunlight. And I have these two windows shining right in every morning. So that'll kind of help with that. And I'll have the flat surfaces to put, I don't know, maybe one of my pretty baskets on. So it's a little bit more springtime in here. So yes, so that is what we're going to do there. Is just put some nicer things on here and take a lot of this fabric that I have here and up here that was on the bookcases and put that into the cabinets themselves. So I will be working on that, I think, and I guess I will film a sort of tiny bit of the process while I'm at it. Okay, so I'm going to try and get most of the fabric into one and then the other little bins that I have. Maybe I'll just put them in both. I don't know. But basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to take them off of these bolts that I have. And I'm going to just flat fold them, like so, and then stack them inside. Well, maybe half these would be better. Yeah, to make use of the depth. Yeah, that works. Okay, so I have a progress update. Here is what I decided to do. I have a couple bolts there. I have this little box which does have useful things in it like cording and twill tape. I put my books here, a little basket with a wool skirt in it that I need to alter, but it will not live there. I honestly should probably get rid of that. I don't need it. In here we have some wool, some tweed, boiled wool, homespun cotton, mostly cotton except this one on top and the one here at the very tiny, this one's to the bottom. Those are both synthetic, but the rest is cotton. Some more cotton, just folded up nicely. At the bottom I put my little bins. The goal was to get the bins, or to get everything off the floor, but unfortunately my basket I think is going to have to live here unless I decide to mount some shelves on that empty wall. But this is a progress basket, so that is a active project that I'm currently working on. And then I still have this basket over here which I am currently working on a project for, and then these two baskets here that I need to find a home for. No, I really need to invest in a new tripod because this situation is just not working out for me. Is that better? I don't think it's as crooked, so sorry. It is Wednesday and I have not really picked up the camera much at all this week. I do have to go back to work next Monday. So I've got plenty of days to get a lot done. And these past 3 days I have been quite productive. So I started and almost completed a Kenobi dress. However, once I put it on, I realized how off the fit was. So I had to make a few pattern adjustments. Particularly one of those adjustments was to my basic block. So those are done. I finished my tea gown, which is here. Oh, not this. So the tea gown is now completed. That's pretty much all that. This one has been in progress for quite a long time, so I'm very happy to have it done, and it is finally done. However, there is one slight fit issue in the shoulder. The arm size are cut too far in, so it causes a lot of pulling, and you can really see it coming right here where the shoulder meets the torso. I let out the shoulder and then I cut off the excess, so I can't fix that because there's no room. So I was talking to my dad about it, and he had this good idea to like do a contrasting fabric and just kind of piece that in, and I'm like, well, that would actually look kind of cool, and if I do something that's like a textured jacquard in dark brown, it could almost look like leather. I do actually even have leather, but I don't think I want to introduce leather into this tea gown because it's already skating the edge of fantasy. But it's fine. So for now, I'm gonna call it done because I can wear it. It does fit. It's just you could see that there is a fit issue there. I'm not overly concerned about it because I don't usually wear my costumes when I finish them. They just kind of hang out in a closet somewhere. Only because, like, for me, the joy of making offsets the joy of wearing. I don't like getting attention when I'm out in public, so that's why I don't wear historical costumes anywhere. And also, we just don't have those kind of events going on down here in South Texas. I think the closest we have would be Dickens on the Strand in Galveston, and that's only during Christmas time, so don't really do a lot of kind of festivals like that. Anyway, so, and then the other thing I did was I started our 1870s walking suits. So I've got most of the pieces, I've got all the pieces flat lines. You can see it here on the inside. I'll probably include some footage of that later. And seamed together, and I bound, and I got the ribbon to bind the edges of the lapels on the top and on the bottom. And then I have seamed up the other pieces, and I have yet to actually seam together the backs to the side backs and side fronts, and then the collar, which I'm just kind of sandwiching together and running a row of stop stitching because that's all going to be bound in ribbon anyway. Right, and in other news, I also picked up some of this lace trim that I found while I was looking for the ribbon, and it's so frustrating because I was looking for exactly something like this like a year ago to make those combinations, which I do still want to revisit. So this is mostly cotton. It's a cotton and nylon lace trim. It's almost like a crocheted lace, just on nylon netting, and it's very pretty, and it is exactly the width that I wanted. So we might be revisiting those combinations, especially since I have that really nice Georgette now too, that I can use to make them. And I understand a little bit more about pattern drafting, so I think I'll do a better job this go around. So that might be a project that we'll be revisiting in the future. So I bought 2 spools of it, which is about 4 yards. I don't think that's enough, but we will see. And yeah, so now I think I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee because it is freshly made, which is always the best kind, and I'll work on the curtains today, I think, because I'm in the middle of doing like laundry and other things, so I think I should work on curtains, which means I'll have to change the thread on my machine, which is always the worst experience possible. I hate doing it. It's not hard, it's just annoying. So yeah, I'll go and do those things. Okay, so it is now later in the day. I have no idea what time it is because I have not put on my watch today, and my phone is not in this room. I'm not entirely sure where my phone is. So I just pricked my finger on a pin, and I have never in my life done that before. This is the first time ever, so I guess that makes it a momentous day. While I was working on these curtains. So in the interest of, these are not for me, they're actually for somebody else, and I don't want to accidentally get a tiny little speck of blood on there. I'm going to give those a moment and go ahead and press the cotton for take 2 of Kenobi. We're gonna give this another shot, I think. Part of the problem with the bodice was that there was just too much fabric in the bust area, which made it look kind of funny and fit kind of strange, and I didn't really like it. And the other problem, of course, was the issue with the skirts that we've already talked about. So we're gonna try again. I've made those modifications to the pattern, so I am about half a yard shy of how much fabric I actually need for this project. So I did save the barcode on this, so hopefully I can go ahead and get more in the same colorway, but I do want to go ahead and cut it out so I can take a scrap fabric with me to make sure that I get the correct fabric I need for this. And I'll probably pick that out tomorrow because I don't really want to go out and leave the house again today. So I'm going to go ahead and press this while I wait for my finger to stop bleeding completely, and then maybe I'll go ahead and get a bit of editing done as well for our tea gown video. Yeah, I think it's going to be the tea gown that I'm going to edit next, or this particular vlog that I'm working on now. I did film another vlog like 2 weeks ago, but it was kind of redundant and a little bit boring, so I don't know if I'm ever actually going to go around to posting that. I did talk a little bit about different things that I was working on, but a couple of those projects I'm not going to be revisiting, at least not for a very long time, because I'm still very, very irritated with it. So, okay, we are having coffee with almond milk today because I suspect milk actually might be the contributor to this unfortunate situation on my face. So we're trying it with almond milk. Not sure how I feel about it. It's not the worst, but I do like some very heavy cream in my coffee. Anyway, today I'm getting quite the late start because I'm lazy and like to sleep. But I did go ahead and create a little to-do list of things I would like to accomplish today. So let me just grab you so I could show you what that is. I created a daily to-do list on my whiteboard that I never look at, but maybe I will rework how I've laid this out. Anyway, to-dos. I want to edit the video for the tea gown. I managed to cut 4 hours of footage down to an hour and a half of footage last night, so we'll see how much more I could cut before I have to split that into potentially 2 videos. We'll see. I need to do my curtain tie backs. This is basically just 6 lines of stitching, and then those are all done, all 4 of them. I need to finish 1 curtain panel today at the very least, maybe 2. I have done 8 out of 12, so I only have 4 more to go. And then I need to go to Joann's to pick up more of the brown fabric I'm using for Kenobi. And then I have this tweed dress that I bought at Macy's that I need to alter to make it fit me because it was a steal of a deal and I'm not getting rid of it because I did not pay that much for it. So I feel like it's worth keeping and making it fit me for the price I got it for. So that is on my to-do list today, and then maybe if I get around to it, then I will work on our 1870s suit, but that is not the priority for today. Today, these are the to-dos because tomorrow is Friday and I am going out with my mom to, I think we're going to a fabric store in the city. Saturday is her birthday, so I'll be spending the day with her, probably antiquing on Saturday. And then Sunday, I could just get back to normal work. So let's see how much we get of this done today. Okay, so curtain panel is done. That took about an hour to do these, just a straight line of stitching right there. And so about 8 of those. And then this took the most time. This took like 5 minutes. This took most of the time because it's like 111 inches and it's basically straight hemming. However, I only did half because I did the other half yesterday. So these curtains usually take me about 2 hours each to do. And that's when I have very little in the way of distractions. So that is cutting, pressing, hemming, all that. Lots of pressing, so much pressing. So that is now done. So I could take that that can come off the list, and then that can come off the list. So now I've just got these other 3 things that I want to do, and I'm actually going to add Fox and Vader because I just kind of tuned into a video, but I didn't really watch a video where this girl did some really clever stuff with some combining 2 different fabrics, and it really kind of gave me Vader vibes, and I've been trying to think of something to do that gave me Fox vibes, so I'm gonna maybe do some designing here for these two. Like those kind of doodles, but for those two. For like an outfit inspired by those two, because that's the kind of thing I like. I like having things inspired by something in my wardrobe, so yeah. I'll probably do some doodling later. But for now, I think I'll turn my attention to altering the tweed dress. Sorry about the disaster behind me. I need to clean, but let's just... There you go. Now you can't see anything. Got my sketchbook. I lost my pencil pouch, which is very annoying because it has my preferred kneaded eraser in it, so I'm going to have to go into here and open up a new one. But it is missing, and I'm not sure where it went. So, yeah. That battery's flashing at me. It's going to die in like 2 seconds, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that off the charger and work on these sketches while that's charging. Okay, so it's been maybe like 2 hours or something. No, it's been like 3 hours. Wow, okay. And I have finished sketching out and designing the two dresses I wanted to make today, and let me show you what that looks like. So here is one, and man, you can barely see this because I have not colored it in or inked it yet. But there is this one here, and then we have this one here. So these two are done. I'll probably color them later, maybe tomorrow. And we are going to be leaving here in the next half hour to go and get some cake. So I think between now and then I'm going to go ahead and get another curtain panel started, so I could knock that out tomorrow too. So then at least the 2 will be done before this vacation period of mine ends. I wanted to get all 4 done, but we'll see. In a fit of I don't want to edit anymore, I have started patterning a couple of skirts that I own. This is one of them. It is a just like a pleated up and side button skirt that I have. I have it in gray as well, and it's just slightly too big for me, and I would also like to make it out of a nicer fabric because this one is actually starting to pill a little bit from where I've worn it so much. So, and then the other one is a black wool skirt by Burberry, and I just really like it, so I want to make another one. So the Burberry skirt, I have already patterned off of the one that I own, so that's ready to go, and I'll probably make it up out of this leftover wool I have from the tea gown, and that'll be like the mock-up of sorts before I decide to make it up again in probably a dark brown. And then this one I will probably add to my to-do list to pattern this weekend. Then I think that's pretty much all I got done today. I did not actually get around to altering that dress because I didn't want to have to put it on to take it in. So that's the only reason that didn't get done. But I think, yeah, that's it for tonight. So we can check that off, and we can check that off. So I have made myself a list of everything that I am looking for while we are shopping today. And then I'm also probably going to bring my illustrations so I could keep an idea of the color scheme that I'm looking for as well. So we'll see what I come up with. Okay, I am back and it is much later in the day. I just forgot how expensive that little shop is, so I probably will not return. It is one of 3 in the Houston area, and I think next time I decide to take a trip up there, then I will just go to one of the less expensive options. I ended up picking up this cut. It's half a yard of a worsted wool in the most perfect shade of red. I will probably use this for our red and white dress. And then from Joann's, they had these slippers on clearance, and these are exactly the kind of slippers I wear, so I grabbed those. And then I also got 2 yards of a cotton sateen, because I do love working with cotton sateen. It is such a wonderful fabric. And that's all I got. So that is the only thing I managed to accomplish today. And I think I'll probably just work on the curtain panels and some editing for the rest of the day. Okay, so be proud of me because I actually did manage to alter this tweed dress after all. So I just took in a dart here and a dart here, and then I also took in the back seam a little bit just to make it contour to the back a little bit better than it was otherwise, because this was about 2 sizes too big for me. So it's not perfect by any means, but it is good enough and I'm happy with it, so we're gonna go with it. And then I also managed to finish another curtain panel, so we could go ahead and mark that off of our list as well. So we can do this one and that one. I did not actually get around to editing the tea gown because I could not bring myself to do it. I edited a different video instead, so I guess that could be kind of sort of marked off. And then this one, I didn't end up patterning the red skirt because I decided to work on the tweed skirt instead, which is what I have here and also over here. So what I've managed to do with this so far, and we'll see if it fits when I finish. This was just scrap wool that I had left over from the tea gown, so I decided to just go ahead and use it to see if I could make that other skirt work. It looks kind of big, so famous last words, it's probably too small. So we have the front panel here. I've got the 2 darts sewn in, and then I've got the side fronts seamed to the center front, and I went ahead and did a top stitching detail on it, just like the original Burberry has. And then in the back, I went ahead and top stitched down the closure for the zipper, and then the center back seam. Down to here where the vent starts, this is actually just a basting stitch to hold that closed so I could press it over. And then I have seamed these side backs to the backs. I just need to top stitch that down. I have also made up the waistbands. So this is the back waistband, and I top stitched along the top, and I just slid interfacing in between. It's non-fusible. And then I did the same thing with the center fronts, where we top stitched along the top and then just slid in a bit of non-sewable or it is sew in interfacing. So I think I might go ahead and do the top stitching on the back of the skirt here tonight, and then call it done until tomorrow. So because I'm really eager to see if this fits, because if this fits, that would be wonderful. Because I could take this pattern, and make this dress mostly, I think. At least for, I just have to line it up to the bodice to make sure that this is all one continuous piece. And if it is, that would be fantastic, because then I could just use these pieces as my base pieces to make this whole situation going on here. Because it's not pictured, but there will be a side seam running along the sides here, and of course the front princess seams, and that will make the dress contour very, very nicely. So if this fits as well as I hope it does, then we'll have the basis for that dress. And I think I'm actually going to make another alteration here where I have this red stripe. I'm actually going to have that here, and then this is going to be a dart instead of a full-on seam. The reason being is because Oh, then along the back, I would just probably, actually no, I'll just make that white, that whole upper portion white. And then along the side seam, I don't know if I want to make the whole back of it red. I'm going to do another colored version of this and see what that looks like, and if I decide I like that better, I'll probably go with that, because that reads a little bit more Commander Fox than this does, because he has his white chest plate, and the rest of his armor is red. So I'll do another version, see what that looks like. If I like it, then we'll move forward that way instead. Okay, one last thing before I go to bed. I actually messed up on the waistband, so I did have to cut this in half. The good news is I had more seam allowance than I needed, so it shouldn't affect the fit of the waistband at all. Despite, you know, usually when you cut into a pattern piece you have to add seam allowance, but I had so much extra that it worked out. So, however, I did still make a mistake, and as you can see from the thread trails, I tried putting these two pieces onto the front piece, and that's when I realized that I put this together wrong. So, in the interest of, I am going antiquing tomorrow with my mom as part 2 of her birthday. So, it's a bit of a drive where we're going, so I'm going to not seam rip these apart tonight and do that tomorrow on the way there instead, because it'll just give me something to do in the car ride. The reason I am just taking them apart as opposed to recutting them is because I don't have any more fabric. I have enough to cut out one more of these, but not all 3 of these. So we're just going to seam rip those apart and repin them back together tomorrow on the way to the antique stores. So yeah, and that's kind of the 2 tiny little bits of scrap fabric that I have left. That's it. So that is the plan. Okay, so right now we are outside of a little sewing and repair shop. They do sell oil and belts, so my mom just went in to get something for her antique machine. And then after that we're going to a resale shop that has, it's just a resale shop, but the proceeds go to support animals. So we're just gonna pop into that and see if there's anything good, because the last resale shop I just went to, they had some Keds, which I like to wear, and 2 leather belts, which I've been looking for a while. So we're gonna go to this other resale shop next, and then after that we're going to the antique one. Okay, so that wasn't disappointing. It just didn't really have anything that I was looking for. They did have 2 hats in there that I might be interested in, but I know where we're going has a whole booth full of hats, so I didn't buy them. So I didn't really buy anything there, but it's still a very cute shop. It's so cute though. Oh my goodness. They're from Rogue One though. And the new ones, so darn it. Oh, my hats. Oh, all my hats. Okay, I'm gonna be here for a minute. Hi, Claire. Oh. They are the official timekeeper of Le Mans. So, well, I'm hesitant to buy pinking shears in antique stores because the last ones I bought did not work. Do you think the sewing machine shop can sharpen pinking shears? No, Do I really need it though? It's all the lightsabers. No, I don't. Okay, so we are back and it was a lot of fun. And let me go ahead and show you what I got. But first, I got a package in the mail and it contained a gift for my mom. It was one of the mystery fabric bundles again. And then I got some glass-headed pins, extra fine glass-headed pins for probably for silk. And then 4 zippers because they were such a good value. And I keep forgetting that they sell zippers and other notions, so I'm gonna start buying those from them often. I think it's not as sturdy as the ones I'm used to using, but they'll do fine. Then about a block away, I'm pretty sure I could walk there, we have like a little resale shop where I found another pair of Keds, which are some of my favorite shoes to wear. And then I got 2 belts that will fit around the waist. They are 28 to 30 inches. I got one in black and then I got one in brown, just simple leather. And then we actually made it to the antique shops. And I know I said I was going to work on picking apart these waistbands on the ride up there, but I forgot to take them with me, so that didn't get done. But at the antique store, I'm very excited because I got this beautiful hat, which I love so much. However, it does not fit over my head with my hair up in a bun like this, but you get the idea. Very cute and I'm very happy to have it. And then I found another fashion plate from 1878. It does have a crease running through the center of it, but I'm not overly concerned about that. It is very pretty and I'm very pleased to have it. They wrote over, oh that's just the plastic, so it should be fine. This was only $5, so I was very happy to find that. And then what else do I have in here? I got a little tea strainer because it's in the shape of a little tea house and I think that's just the cutest. I love it so much. Then I also found a vintage slip from the same booth that was selling the hats. It's in really good condition. It's like unworn and for a really good value. That shop had a lot of really good prices because I think that the hat was only $14 and I think the slip was only $12. And then they had more slips, so, and a lot of hats and a very cute like Mary Poppins-ish kind of hat that I almost bought. And then my mom found a fashion plate and she decided to go ahead and buy it from me. It's some Edwardian ladies. So that's all we got this go around. It's still some very pretty things that I'm very happy to have. So that was a lot of fun. So we could go over here and then go ahead and cross that off. I'll probably work on this in the next couple of minutes because it won't take me very long. I've already done one. And then for the tea gown, I did do the voiceover last night before I went to sleep. I have not filmed the closing clip. It's still daytime outside. I think we're just about getting into golden hour, so I do have time to curl my hair, put on the tea gown, and take photos, but I don't think I'm going to because I don't feel like it. I still have tomorrow. So depending on whether or not, or depending on what I do tomorrow, I could probably do that and then just have my dad take the pictures. So probably before the night ends, I'm going to do this one and that one and maybe do some more of the curtain panels. I only have 2 more to go, so I'm almost done with that. So that's where we're at so far today. And it's only 5 o'clock. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call it now for this video. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up icon, and if you would like to see more from me, go ahead and hit subscribe. Bye.